There is something satisfying about watching a tool turn a rough, splintered board into something smooth enough to run your hand across without a second thought. That is exactly what this Milwaukee planer is built for. When you first pick it up, you notice the weight immediately. At 8.5 pounds, it is not exactly a featherweight, but that heft actually works in its favor. It keeps the tool planted firmly on the wood, so you are not fighting to keep it level while you are pushing through a pass. The balance is surprisingly good, which makes a huge difference when you are trying to get a consistent finish across a long piece of lumber. Now here is the thing about this red machine. It is part of the M18 ecosystem, which means if you are already invested in those batteries, you are halfway there. It is a tool-only setup, so you are just getting the unit itself, but that is usually what people want when they are already deep into the brand. The ergonomics are spot on. The handle feels natural, and the controls are placed exactly where your fingers want them to be. You are not fumbling around trying to adjust the depth while the motor is humming. It just feels intuitive, like it was designed by someone who actually spends time in a workshop. What stands out, though, is the durability. You can tell just by the way the housing is put together that it is meant to take a bit of a beating. It is plastic, sure, but it is that thick, industrial-grade stuff that Milwaukee is known for. It does not feel like it is going to crack if you accidentally bump it against a workbench. Honestly, it is a workhorse. It handles the heavy lifting without sounding like it is struggling, and the cut quality is clean. Of course, no tool is perfect. If there is one thing to keep in mind, it is that the dust collection can be a bit finicky depending on how you are positioned. You might find yourself needing to clear the chute occasionally if you are really hogging off material, which is just a reality of working with a cordless unit. It is not a deal-breaker by any means, but it is something you notice after a few hours of work. Also, because it is a cordless tool, you are going to want to keep a spare battery charged if you have a big project ahead of you. It is powerful, but it does like to eat through power when you are pushing it hard. At the end of the day, this thing is a solid addition to any kit. It is reliable, it is comfortable to use for longer stretches, and it gets the job done without any unnecessary fuss. If you are looking for something that is going to hold up over the long haul, and you are already using the M18 platform, this is a pretty easy choice to make. It is just a straightforward, well-built tool that does exactly what it says on the box.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.